Peace, my family, and we're all back to all. Those come out of that good cocoon for the first time. Welcome. This is your girl, the butterfly, and we about to take off. Let's fly. Just want to send you all the good healing energy your way. Peace, love, happiness, harmony, and abundance. Hope you guys are out there keeping your mind right in that good mind. How y'all feeling today? Hope you guys most definitely keeping yourselves up in your higher nature and getting out up there. And most definitely cleansing the lows, right? The spread out here. I came here today to express. And again, family, have you been reintroducing yourself to the real self, your true self, the real you? Are you afraid of introducing yourself to the real you? You know, something that you, just the stuff that you kind of, in a sense, in this world, it seems as if people, hide away, and some people don't want, people to know who they are. Yeah, we learned that through school, right? Everybody tries to so-called fit in, and if you do something different, oh, you're weird, you're different. Something is wrong with you, right? Oh no. Man, oh man, the lies we've been told so much about ourselves and family. When you begin to embrace who you are, when you begin to embrace, your gifts inside of you, the Most High has given you, creativity part of you to create what you need to do out here, to create your reality out here, to create that world that you want to see within, right? Because it starts from within, right, on out, right, into the world. So again, it's about being who you are. And again, being real with yourself, being honest with yourself about that. Whatever that is, right? The stuff that you don't want people to see. You might want to examine yourself and look at yourself why you don't want people to see that. Is that something that is a part of your gifts? Or is it something that you want to take a double look at? To see maybe you need to work on those parts of yourselves. Like those weaknesses, those things like that, to make them strengths. Things like that you can work on, right? But again, all of this is to grow and develop. People think that, as a child, as you grow into adulthood, that somewhat in a way that, you kind of done growing in a sense. Oh, I'm an adult, I'm grown, But people don't realize that while you're being grown out here, it's still growth that needs to happen. It's still development that needs to happen, because in all aspects of your life you're constantly growing, whether people know that or not, for the better or for the worse, right? Or even stuck in the same spot, right? And that's not growth, right? That's death, right? So we have to understand what we're doing out here and begin to move with life, right? Speaking life on yourself. And realizing that you have the potential. You have the potential to change the direction of your life. It's real, family. And it's not just about the direction. It's about moving in the ways of the Most High. And that's just what it is, straight up. Because that's where, as a nation, we went wrong. And as you go through the past and the past history of things of our people, that's exactly where we went wrong. Most of the time, as it goes, that's why it's good to check out, the past history, that's why it's so important, because now you see where you're headed, or where they messed up, and where we can make it right. Again, it goes back to listening, right? It seems to me that we all have hard heads. We do. And we have a lot of hard heads in different parts of our journey as well. By just not listening, right? And we know that the flesh is weak. Of course it is. can't let the flesh win. You got to keep constantly ignoring that flesh and being, nah, man, I'm standing up for my soul and my spirit. I'm standing up for that because that's all that I have, right? I'm standing up for that. Why not? Why not stand up for your soul? That's the real you, right? That's the real you. Stand up for that, right? You know what I mean? Right? And that's by taking care of yourself, that's by showing love yourself. Oh, I love myself. The question becomes, do you really? I have to sit here and ask myself each and every day, do you really? Right. You got to keep reminding yourself, right? Because again, as we go through these trials and tribulations, as we go through certain obstacles, as we go through, the world, right? As certain distractions may come, as certain choices each and day we choose to make for the health of us or for the death of us. It's real, or, it's real, or for the ill of us, right? It's real. It's real. And we can most definitely become sick. And out here in this world today, just look around you. What more do you see out here? Yeah, they like to portray on the TV that, okay, they see a lot of chaos going on. And yeah, it's a lot of things going on that end of things. Yeah, it is. But also you have to remember, too, also that you control your inner world. And you control what happens to you on a day-to-day basis as the choices you choose to make every day to create that ripple effect to move in the right direction towards why you are here, your purpose, right? Don't get sidetracked. Your purpose is the reason why you're here. And it's not because I want to do certain things, career-wise, job-wise, certain things like that, like I said before. It's not none of that. Because you are not your job, right? Your jobs can change, right? You are not your job, you're not your career, right? Right? Do you know this? You are not none of those things, right? You're way more. You're way more. You're a child of the Most High. You're way more. You're way more. And it's responsibilities that you must take on. Because guess what? Whether people want to take it on or not, it still all remains the same. You're still a child of the Most High, regardless. And of course, you have child of the devil's out here. Yeah, you do. But I'm sitting over here telling you that you have a choice, right? To choose. This is nothing that, is where you don't have one, is what I'm trying to say. Where you don't have a choice, right? And so, ultimately, you have to realize that you are not powerless. You're not. You can choose to make it happen. You can choose to take your power back. You can say, no, we ain't doing this no more. And move like that. Oh man. Intentions, actions, of course. Words, intentions, actions. Oh yeah. You want one. Let's get it. That's when things begin to happen, right? For the better of you, right? Right? Because that's your intention, right? So, remember, words, intentions, actions. Manifestations, right? That's it. So again, when you smashing these goals, when you set down goals, you setting plans out here, you setting out goals to remove certain things from your life, eliminate certain things from your life, because it's going to be needed for you to reach and get more in depth with the real you, and not the synthetic, not the fake you. People want to walk around with all these masks on, trying to pretend that they this and they that, when you are none of these things. It's all fake. It's made up. It's makeup. It's all fake. It's not real, right? Let's get down to the realness of it all. It's not real. Y'all know that? The stuff you put on ain't real. It's not real. What's real? Your soul, right? Your spirits, right? That's real. Whether people know it or not, that's real. Because again, When your body goes back down to the ground, dust to the ground, body goes back to the ground, what remains? Your spirits and your soul. And you don't want to lose that. You don't want to lose your soul. Okay? Because you have spirits, but you can't lose your soul while you're here, right? So you don't want to do that, right? You don't want to do that by rejecting who you really are and rejecting your true destiny and rejecting your soul and losing it while you're at it. Because it's always there. Your soul always speaking to you, letting you know, no. But sometimes, through time, begin to numb it all out and where you can't hear no more. You can't even hear your soul speak. You can't even hear your conscience speak because it's been so fed with impurities out here. And once you begin to numb yourself and be fed with impurities, what you expect to come out of your mouth? What do you expect your mind to be? Out of control. Out of your mind. You are out of your mind. Now. Yes, been there. Out of my mind. Oh yeah. Family. And to get your mind right, you got to get yourself back right. Spiritually, ethically, cosmetically, you got to get yourself back right. Whatever you choose to call it, you got to get yourself back right. Because that's what's going to get you going on the right path. Back to the center, right? The axis, right? Again, our master teacher, Dr. Malachi L, is that axis. And that's what's going to help you get towards the destination and completing and following and fulfilling your destiny. Now, you may not know what I'm speaking of right now. You may not know. But you can. You can know. You want to know how. Get that right knowledge. Get on to that deep study. Take that good journey within. And through time and patience with yourself and work on that self of yours. The inner part of you. That best part of you. That your soul. That best part of you, what the Most High has blessed you with, and some people don't like to use the word blessed, but what the Most High has given you, but just a gift, right? Is needed out here. And that true light is needed out here. So others can know also that they can do this as well. This is not something that you cannot do. Because guess what? The Most High would never told you to do it. Because you can. And it's all a decision. And it's all a choice. So just take a look at your life. Just take a look at yourself and realize that you can change your life for the better. You can move on up that ladder. You can get on up that ladder to success. It's real, family. Because again, like I said before, it's levels. And to get to the next level, we got to begin to help each other more. Got to begin to really work on ourselves more. Because again, you have to be the example. You got to be doing it. You just can't be talking. You got to do. And once you begin to do, that's when things will begin to happen for you. And then all others, right? Because there'll be some, why are you always smelling? And sometimes not smelling. Well, what's up, mutant? What's up with you? Oh, you cut your hair? I don't give a flying. How about that? Guess what, family? I am not my hair. And I do what my soul tells me, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, how I feel. You know. And you know what, family? That's all right. Because again, it's all right with the Most High. It's all right with me. Because again, that is what's best for me. Right? You got to learn how to put out that noise. You got to learn how to let people know everything is not what it seems. And I have different parts of myself that I choose to share, and some that I tend to share it in ripples. You know. Because again, it's all for the goody good, right? Everybody got parts of themselves. It's all for the goody good, right? But with all my words and all my actions, I come real and I'm real with it. Come real and I'm real with it. I'm always true to myself and I'm always true to others. And I let people know. And that's maybe what people don't like. But regardless, I'm going to be true to who I am. Because that's what the Most High has told me to do. Right? And that's what we're supposed to do anyway. And that's how I am anyway. But people try to, talk that stuff. Or keep talking that stuff. It's family. And the whole bigger thing, and the whole bigger scheme of things, it don't matter. You know what matters? Only what the Most High says. That's all that matters. That is all that matters. Remember that. And you move on that, and you keep moving like that, realizing that's all that matters in life. Family. You will be successful. And you will succeed. You got to talk to yourself like that. You got to talk to yourself like that. You do. You really do. Sometimes, thoughts, you got to, you try to, but guess what? You got to speak back. No, that ain't it. No. I know what the Most High told me. And so, I'm listening. Just saying. Because those were the mistakes in the past, that our people, didn't learn from. And it's up to us being present right now. It's up to us to do better. It's up to us to decide if we're going to listen or not. And we have that choice, which is no. When you begin to listen, beautiful things begin to happen for your good. Remember that. All right, now, I want you to know that you are loved beyond this world and in it. Begin to spread the love one to another. Be the peace that you seek. Release our master teacher, Dr. Malachi L. Peace, shalom, Ashuk, divine love, family, and wow, and it's all